Still, I forced myself to turn and keep moving, making my way downstairs. Vivienne Evans was a piece of this game. Nothing more, nothing less. I provided safety, a roof over her head, food for her to eat, and clothes for her to wear. I provide all those things to maintain her compliance. If I couldn't obtain that with the protection I gave her, then I'd take it by fear. She was starting to understand that. If not now, then she would soon enough. I grabbed my phone and typed out a message to my security detail. Make sure she doesn't leave under any circumstances. I made my way to the garage. Fuck, these last few days had been a goddamn mess. A pang cut across my chest, making me massage the hard knot of muscles at the back of my neck. I was too old for this shit. I'd give myself a goddamn heart attack if I wasn't careful. I grabbed the keys inside the door, pressed the button on the sleek gunmetal gray Audi, and climbed in, fighting the urge to pull up her bedroom camera on my phone and watch her. She was probably still standing there, glaring at the door. Or was she crying? No. A woman like Vivienne didn't allow herself to break down. She swallowed her rage, unleashing it the moment you weren't prepared. I needed to be careful around her. The woman was unpredictable, vengeful even. A curl came at the corner of my mouth. I was playing with fire when it came to her, and Christ, I smelled smoke everywhere. All it'd take would be a breath of air to ignite her, but I wouldn't allow her that. Would I? No. I'd tighten my control. I'd put my own goddamn tracker in her. I'd watch her day and night. I'd make sure she knew she was owned. I hit the button on the garage door, shoved the car into gear, and pulled out of the garage, accelerating past the two guards I had patrolling the grounds. They weren't the Sons, but they'd do until Colt and Carvin returned. They couldn't be too far away. I wanted to get to the storage yard and back before they returned. I couldn't take the risk of having her alone when they were there, not after the meet and greet the other night in my study. They were trigger-happy at the best of times. One confrontational remark from her, and they'd probably snap. Jesus, is this what it was like to live with a house of teenagers? Always belligerent, ungrateful, and highly fucking strung. Writhe and her goddamn brothers had been a close call. If I'd allowed her to be taken, or worse, killed, I'd never get close to the real player here. I'd never get close to King. That was what drove me, the need to find him. I pulled out onto the street and turned my attention to the phone beside me. A nagging feeling worked its way under my skin. Her. She was fast becoming a problem for me, consuming my focus, making me react in ways I couldn't afford. My hands clenched around the wheel. What I really wanted was them around her throat. One, at least, while I explored her body with the other. The memory of the other night came roaring back. Her on the bed, the towel wrapped around her, gaping at her thighs. Christ! I snarled, my pulse thrumming. I jerked the wheel, pulling the car over to the side of the road. I didn't have time for this. I didn't have time for her. But I couldn't stop myself as I reached for my phone, opened my apps, and pulled up the feed on the camera in her room.